We're talking with Terry Swick, president of the Salem Area Historical Society. Welcome, Terry.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out this morning. So let's just start from the very beginning and talk to us a little bit about the Historical Society, its mission and purpose.
Okay, well, we started in 1975. A group of people from Salem wanted to put together a celebration for the nation's bicentennial.
Okay.
So that's how we started. And our mission is to preserve the past for the future. That's actually our motto.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission is to discover, collect, and preserve any material that may help us learn and keep the history of Salem, and then to use that to teach the people of Salem and the surrounding areas about the history of Salem. So that's our mission and our motto.
Yep.
And it started again back in 1975, and one of the things they did was create a book called The History of Salem. And so it goes back to when Salem was founded in 1833 up to 1976 when that book was done.
Yep. Any particular historical facts about Salem that people may not be aware of? Because I know it's always funny to unpack a little bit of history of different local towns around Michigan, and it's kind of neat. Sometimes you don't realize all that went into the founding of areas or the history of the area. So any particular things that stick out in your mind as far as historical events or activities?
Well, one interesting one, it's a sort of a long story, and I'll try to make it short, but the railroads were coming to town in the 1870 time frame, and they voted to donate money from the taxes to help build the station. And there's a big controversy about it, and the next administration didn't want to do it, and ended up going up to the Michigan Supreme Court, and it was a decision that set law in Michigan for almost a decade about not able to contribute tax money directly to a corporation.
Really? Interesting.
So that's one sort of sidelight that most people don't know about.
Right, right.
There's lots of them, and we have actually 19 publications that we sell. We sell it through our website and at our meetings that talk about one topic of history of Salem.
Okay.
And we have a bunch of topics. I don't know them all, but I have a little list here. I'll just give you some ideas. Again, I talked about the railroads, the early history of surveying the maps of Salem back in 1825.
Okay.
The Salem barns, there's lots of barns in Salem.
Yes.
There's a book that talks about all the different barns. The Salem Farmers Club is another topic that we have. The little hamlet of Brookville, when it was first founded. The Salem Union School, the Salem Walker Church, the South Salem Stone School. There's just a lot of little tidbits in each booklet that we sell. It gives you all kinds of history.
Well, this is always amazing as you kind of drive through Salem, and it seems to be a pretty quiet area, but there's lots of history there too, lots of buildings that you might be passing by and not realize that there's a good story behind that building or a good set of history behind that.
Right, and there are actually two historic districts in Salem for Washington County.
Okay.
One is a farm that's on Napier Road, and then the other one is owned by the Salem Area Historical Society, and it's called the Jarvis Stone School Historic District. It's on the corner, the northwest corner of North Territorial Road and Curtis Road, and it has two major buildings. One is the South Salem Stone School. It was built in 1857 and was used 110 years continuously to educate the children in the area. It always amazes me. I grew up in Detroit, so I only came to Salem like 30 years ago. And if someone had told me when I was in grade school, talked about a one-room schoolhouse, I'd have said that's out in Kansas, Nebraska. And here it was, 15 minutes away from me,
really interesting.
In Salem, still being used.
Yep.
The Historical Society acquired that building back in 1978, and took us about 15 years to get enough funds to renovate it, but it's now our headquarters.
Okay.
And we hold our meetings there. And the other building that's part of the historic district is the Dickerson Barn.
Right.
And that's the oldest barn in Washington County. It was built in 1830, and originally was on 6 Mile by Chubb Road.
Okay.
And the Historical Society was contacted by an owner in 1999 and said, I need to take this barn down. I want to build a real building for his business. And so he donated it to us. We took it apart. Again, it took us another 12 years to get enough funds. We reconstructed it on our property. And matter of fact, last year, 2021, it won the Barn of the Year for nonprofit adaptive use by the Michigan Barn Preservation Network.
Right.
We do keep it up.
Okay.
We painted. We also this year we repainted the shed that's on there. But we added our first exhibit. We got a grant from the Washington County Historic Society, and we now have a Salem Farm exhibit in there, which has 15 panels hanging from the rafters of the school, and talks about the history of Salem and farming particularly, but it has some other sidelights. But it's a very interesting read to go through there.
So if I, as a community member, wanted to come check it out, how would I be able to see? I'm guessing it's not open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How would they be able to get?
Unfortunately, it is hard to see it. We have several events. It's always open when we have an event at the school or at the property.
Mm-hmm.
Our two major events that we hold there every year, we have a yard sale in May, and we have an arts and craft fair in August. So those are the two dates that are for sure we're open.
Right.
We have meetings for our historical society. It's the fourth Wednesday of every month. Oh, not every month. The January, February, March meetings are held in the Salem Township Hall.
Okay.
But the April, May, September, October months are held at the Stone School and or the barn. We held one in the barn last month. And we actually had to talk about barns.
Yep.
And so we thought it would be appropriate, so we held it in the barn. So those are the other times that you can see it. Also, if you get a group and you want to see it, you contact us through our website, and you can make arrangements to have a special viewing of it. We do have open houses at the Stone School, which also has the barn. Those usually are in the summertime, once or twice a month. But our website, you can get more information from us, is SAHShistory.org.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook page, so if you go on Facebook and look for Salem Area Historical Society, you can follow us, like us on Facebook as well.
And are there volunteer opportunities, or if membership, or how would people get involved?
Yeah, we're 100% donation driven. We don't get any federal funds or state funds or county township funds. So everything is donated to us, and we do have a membership. We are all 100% volunteer people. None of us get paid. It's all because we love history and love Salem. You can join. It's nominal fees. A senior is $10, an individual is $15, family $25, business $50, and then if you want a lifetime membership, it's $300. You can acquire by going to the membership page on our website, or you can fill out a form and send us a check. You can also, when you do our website, you can pay through PayPal or credit card if you like. Okay. You also can get our publications that same way. We have a page on there for publications, so you can purchase our publications on our website as well.
Cool, cool. So are there any other events or any other activities you wanted to highlight here today?
Sure. We have the upcoming events coming for 2023. 2023 already.
I know, it's coming fast.
Our first one is January 25th. It's at 6 p.m. in the Salem Township Hall on 6 Mile. And it's our potluck dinner. So if you want to come, you're welcome to come. Everybody's welcome. Bring a dish to pass and share. But our topic is history through videos. This person has created a whole set of videos on historical areas of Washington County, not just Salem. He's going to talk about his experience and show us some parts of his videos.
Cool.
The February 22nd meeting is also in the Salem Township Hall. It starts at 7 p.m. And after a short business meeting, the talk is about the Michigan Dog Memorial.
All right, yes.
And hopefully, if all goes well, the Tess, the canine, will be there as well. He's
cool.
The ambassador of that, and they're going to talk a bit about the history of dogs in warfare as well as that memorial.
That's fascinating. It's a great little thing, hidden gem here.
Yes, indeed. And then March 22nd, again at 7 p.m. in the Township Hall, is the most dangerous women in Michigan.
Yep.
And that's going to talk about the women who were housed in the Detroit House of Correction, known as DeHoco, which no longer exists, but used to be out there on 5 Mile Road.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so this person's going to describe some of the people that were incarcerated in it. So those are our upcoming 3 meetings and the presentations.
Very good. Well, anything else you'd like to share with us here today?
No, I appreciate getting the time to share this with your audience, and hopefully if anybody wants to join, come see us again at our website. It's SAHShistory.org, and we're the Salem Area Historical Society.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out here this morning. Great talking with you.
Welcome. Thank you.